I'm Josh. I am from Cumbria, the Lake District. That's where I grew up. I have a lovely wife, Katrina, two lovely children, Ruben, who's 2, and Alice, who's almost 1. She'll be 1 in a few weeks. And I work as a designer by day. That's my job, designing software, all sorts of things, really. I think I would have always said I was a Christian. I definitely would have always said that growing up, but a lot of my opinions about my faith and about what was right and wrong was really just my own intuition and what I thought was right. It wasn't coming from the Bible, I guess, and it was when I was probably 16 I started going along to a youth group at a different church, and there was a preacher there, and I used to go to the Sunday night services because they had a youth group after the Sunday night services. And I first started going, he was preaching a series through Galatians, and I just remember being completely excited by what he was teaching, and I'd never, to my memory, like looking back on it, I don't think I'd ever really heard anyone teach just the Bible and Paul's letters and just teaching them so clearly, and this message of grace, and that there was nothing you could do, nothing in yourself would save you. It's all by grace, and how exciting that was. And I just, every week I started going, looking forward to the youth group, and then soon I was going because I was really excited to hear the Bible be taught. And there's something about seeing somebody seeing that complete conviction, seeing that you can tell when somebody really believes the Bible. They're not just teaching it as an intellectual exercise. They know it's true, and they know Jesus, and they know Him behind the words, and you could see that in every part of their lives, and seeing that in other Christians, older Christians, and seeing that in the Word for myself, and feeling that change my heart and change every part of my life. The story of my life sometimes I feel is not particularly interesting. It's just an ordinary story of somebody who's grown up in a Christian home and stayed a Christian, gone to university, stayed a Christian, is now in a church. Can feel pretty ordinary, but actually how wonderful that is, that actually it's by God's grace that to stay a Christian is a wonderful thing, and to be a Christian is a wonderful thing. To be born into a Christian family is amazing. To find yourself a church that teaches the Bible, and to find yourself convicted by that and changed by that, and to be able to know Jesus, that's wonderful. And to go through all the changes of life and moves to university and moves for career and jobs and meeting people who you marry and having children, to go through all of that and still remain a Christian, to still know God despite how sinful and prone to wander I am, that's so wonderful. It's such an exciting thing. Everyone who praises God and repents of their sin, that's always a miracle. It's new life coming out of death. Story of Easter, but it is a complete miracle, and I think you feel that when you hear the Bible preached, and sometimes your heart is being changed, you're being challenged, you're excited by it. Just finding that exciting is a sign of God's grace. And being in a church family that loves you, and having friends at church who can encourage you through life, to go through the same challenges at work and family life and struggles that life throws your way. It's such a joy to go through life with Christian brothers and sisters at the same time, who all love Jesus, but are facing the same struggles in the world, the same big decisions in life. That's a great joy.